Hi, it's been a while. Been quite busy. I've finished my office. Sort of. I need to put shelves over there. Um, but ceiling, floor, and the walls are down, and I need a door. Right now it's just open. Um, but other than that, it's finished. Yeah, I got a box from Stackery. A few weeks ago. It was supposed to be here in March, yeah, and they sent it with a company called Aramex, or I chose Aramex because they were cheapest. But it turns out the cheapest company is usually not the best. Surprise. Um, and they didn't tell me that they had tried to deliver it. They did that twice actually. The second time though, um, I saw the truck, so I called them and they said, "Oh yeah, I live down a dirt road, and I just by chance was looking up the window and I saw a truck go by. They didn't go down the dirt road; they just passed on the road. So I called them, and they said, "Oh yeah, we tried to, but you weren't home." And I was like, "Yeah, f you, I was here. You didn't, I like my package. And what about the other one? Oh, you weren't home either there." So they sent it back to the U.S. and I had to pay for shipping once again. So it cost me a fortune. I don't want to go into that. It's just you can argue with these people, but the staggery was like either you pay for us to ship it again or we demolish it. So I was like, there was a few comics there, so I was like, yeah, all right, I'll pay for you to ship it again. You got me by the balls. So all right, I just want to show a few things. I'm not going to go through everything because I'm too tired. It's been a long day. Um, yeah, I I bought. I don't know why. But I bought this first Lobo. It's an investment piece. I'm counting on DC to do a movie, or I'll freaking do it for them. So um, yeah, that was that one. I hurt my finger yesterday on some farm equipment. It's a long story. It's pretty heavy, It's like 400 pounds, and I was trying to move it around, and my finger got squeezed in between. So now I can't log into my computer. I have to type the password because my finger is just bent out of shape. Um, I got some. I got a little bit. I got one um, pulp only this time. I thought there was more. It's the spider. I'll just take it out. It's from Metropolis. It was at an auction. It's way too expensive. Um, it was one of those days, I guess. It's just that's why I no longer um, I have a set price on auctions now, and if somebody pays more, I lose. I like the cover. I like the scantily clad females falling into the flames. There's a naked woman up there, or yeah, sort of. You can't really see her. And then the bad guys are like devils, and of course, he's rescuing the damsel in distress, the woman in the red um, dress. It's not really in good shape. This isn't. Um, no, I way overpaid for this one, but that's what happens sometimes. And I like to talk a little bit about that because um, I kind of stopped following most people on their comic book channels. I still watch a few, but it's incredible how like all the people on YouTube just get amazing deals all the time, and the rest of us loses. Sometimes overpay. Sometimes we get a good deal. It's life. Um, yeah, I got these two. No, I didn't overpay for these. I bought them on 8 books, and they're really amazing. This is I can't. It's A to J, and it's just filled with covers, and they're really well kept, and they're just nice to. Sometimes I just sit when I work. I just take a break and I just sit for a few minutes and just go through them. There's some really amazing comic books covers here. Um, yeah, they're a treasure, definitely. You know, you can find all the covers online, yada yada. I'm not a screen person. I'm a I'm a real I'm a real, real person. I like to have things in hands, and to sit there and flick through them. It's an experience. The weight and the colors and the texture of the paper. I like that. I really like the color of my walls. I really think it's amazing. I painted them 5 times. Yeah, that wasn't too amazing, but I like the end result. Um, what else did I buy? Oh yeah, I bought a few of these. That was most for. I saved the best one for last. The rest here were really cheap though. There was like $2 a piece. Superboy getting punched by a little girl. I like that. It's just good fun. Oh, and I like the disgrace covers. I don't know why. People walking off in disgrace, and that's like a cult thing. I really find cults interesting. I like that. That guy's really scary. Superboy walking off in disgrace again. And this one I think I bid like $1 or 50 cents or something like that, and I won it. It was with all the others. It's I like what's his face? The green fella. I can't remember right now. Sorry, I'm blanked out. But Brainiac. I think that's Brainiac. It looks like Brainiac. Anyway, I just thought it was fun. I like the old comic books that have um bubbles on them, speech bubbles. I like that. Too late, Superboy. Oh, and this it's not in that great a condition, but I didn't pay that much. I think I paid $12. It's black cover. It's Tonto strangling a guy from behind. He's trying to fight. He's got his hand there. That's just a. It's like a deadly. I think that's really deadly. I really would love to have this in high grade. Um, so if anybody finds it, let me know. Um, they're sort of hard to find in high grade. Oh, and I got this one because I really like this. This is great. This is Supergirl throwing a penis. The shaft and the balls. I just thought that was really a really funny. That's why I bought these. This was the most expensive. This was like I can't remember, $10, something like that, $8 maybe. But I really thought that was funny. Yeah, it's an amazing cover. I like the way you know the shape or the contortion of her body as she throws it. It's cool. Got a lot of stuff because it's like it was building up from months, and then I shipped this, and then all the other stuff I had lying around the stack where I put that in the package as well. So it just came out to be like a bunch of comics. I sort of see if I can. I want to save these for another time. Oh yeah, bunch of stuff that um, I didn't have, so just hold in my collection. It's just Adventures of Superman. I like these. Some of them are really bad. I just read number two, and that wasn't really good. But some of them like had some short, sweet stories, and it was like it's old school Superman. The covers aren't too great, but I have all the Adventures of Superman now from that one, and then another title. Um, Again, just books holes in the collection. It's Firearm by James Robinson. I really like James Robinson's writing. Oh, really crappy covers. Malibu. Sorry. Not. It's not my thing, the covers. But I like James Robinson, so I wanted the rest of them. I'll save that one for another day as well. Um, this is Brett Blevins, just a cover. Never gonna read this. First teen president. Yeah, it's not really for me. Not target audience. Another Brett Blevins cover for an amazing graphic novel he did back in the day, Inhumans. Just really striking. There's an interview in there, so I'll read that. Oh, and Old Blue Beetles, because they have the question story in them. I like that. Steve Ditko. Oh, and this one because the Canadian comic book guy said, I think it's the first appearance of Speedy Gonzales, which is now very racist, but it's a mouse that can run fast and is Mexican. I when I was a kid, I really thought it was cool. I knew that I didn't know that much about Mexico, but I knew that they weren't all running around saying arriba, arriba. And they weren't all wearing huge hats. It was a cartoon animal, but he was one of my favorites. Oh, that's a nice back cover. I don't know if it's right. Oh, here he is. No. Pancho Vanilla. Oh, there he is. Speedy Gonzales. This is really sweet. I really liked them when I was a kid. Yeah. Another thing ruined. I bought this one because it's a Frank Miller cover. And I like Miller. I'll save that one because I can't remember right now. I bought this one because I like these old Tip Top covers, and I thought that was really funny that a beautiful girl is kissing him and he's dreaming. It wasn't that funny, but it was just sweet and it was cheap. There's an innocence about these covers that I really like. Oh, this one's been lying around for a while. It's the first Elric in comic book form. Michael Moorcock's absolutely amazing fantasy novels about the very tragic character of Elric. This is in Conan 14. Yeah. Amazing cover. Always. Another great classic is I'll just show it. It's Twilight Zone. It's the first Frank Miller published work. It's a little bit expensive, but again, I like Miller. And this one, Is This Tomorrow? I have it in black and white, but now I have this one too. It wasn't $2.50. It was I paid way less than that. It says $2.50 here. Yeah, I think I paid 100 or 70. It was bit you could throw in a bit. I can't remember what it's called. I'm sorry. I'm so tired. It's been a long day. Been in meetings all day and been out in the field as well. I just came home from work at 5 o'clock. I'm up at 5 in the morning, and I came home at 5. Been working for 12 hours straight, and then I just fell on the bed. I was just exhausted. I slept for half an hour, and then I went out and I turned the hay out in the field, and now it's raining. God damn it! So I have to do it again tomorrow. So, there you go. Uh, the horses are happy. It's been very warm for the past 2 3 days, and now I just have them just outside my window grassing, and they're just enjoying themselves. So I just keep them here until the evening. I have to do a bit more work. It's 8 o'clock. Shit. I bought these Justice League because again holds, and I really like Keith Giffen and the Mattis Justice League run, both the Europe and the America. Again, one more, and great covers. This one is by Hughes, Adam Hughes. He does have, and he did interior art as well. It's crazy to think that he did that. Yeah, I have one more. I still find them charming and funny, actually. So, and here's the Justice League Europe. I only paid for one, but they sent me two. So, if anybody needs a Justice League Europe #1, let me know. You just pay for the shipping. #2, I think there are two of these as well. Yeah, it's very strange. 3. I'll help a brother out. Yeah. Again, I really like these. I like the storylines. I thought that was great. They're good crack. Oh, there are loads of these. Justice League Europe, Giffen and Demands. And then, I'm actually reading these because, sorry, I really like them. Then I bid at an auction as well, and I do this on my comic shop sometimes, and I'll do it whenever I find out there's an auction, and I have the time, I'll flick through them, and if there's something interesting, I place a bid, and I never race it. It's just, and I rarely ever win because I bid fairly low, I bid when I want to, this is the max I want to pay. So I want a bunch of these, and they're Joe Kubert art. And I really, really like Joe Kubert. These are Men of War. But the covers, I love his covers. That's an amazing cover. The guy's escaping probably the Nazis by hanging on to the wing of an airplane. That's good stuff, that is. And here's a little fella, and it's like Gravedigger. That's probably his name. Yeah. Again, it's Kubert. You can't and there was a bunch of them for. I think I paid $1 each. 50 cents maybe, I can't remember. Came down to something like that. I bid on 40 things and I won one. Because, I was outbid on everything else. And the bidding thing is a dangerous game. Yeah, this is not his best cover. This is pretty cool. I like this. He's fighting the Nazis. It's just one guy, they're piling up on him. It's like the Battle of Little Bit Rock. No. Again, I'm too tired to remember anything. Again, great cover. Man against Machine. Love it. Love it, love it. Oh, there's a lot of these. Nice. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that evil bastard Nazi and the Virgin Mary. Oh, I like that. That's a beautiful cover. Joe Cooper, Cooper did amazing cover art, but he did so many. I really like him. I try to collect like most of it, but the stuff is so expensive. I think like these were maybe it's reprints, Men of War. I don't know. Um, Again, look at these evil Nazis. They're all evil looking, and then the gravedigger in the background. It's gonna kill them all. Not the greatest cover again, but you know, I guess when you're doing like hundreds of covers, it can't all be amazing. Here's a crocodile. You always, you know, you can't like there's a submarine and two crocodiles actually, and a big swastika. You can't like what's not to like about this. Now I sound like I like the swastika. I don't, but it's a good image on the cover, right? It's a good image of evil. It's always nice to have like to have like an image you can see. This is the bad guy. Crocodiles too. Amazing, amazing. I can't remember why I bought this one. It was probably very very cheap. Um, it's Deadman, Spectre and Deadman, and I like both of them. It's sort of a cool cover actually. I'm not sure who did this. It's Hannigan. Oh, yeah, it's Ed Hannigan. He's like he's like an ant, like a working bee. He did like amazing stuff, like a lot of stuff, but not like in the quality of Cupid or Adams or stuff like that. Guys like that, you know. But he was like on a different level, but still, it was. This is really really like graphic. It's really good work, I think, but it's not Cupid or um, Adams. Then again, like holes in my collection, X Men Schism. That story wasn't too bad. Oh, Amazing Spider Man. Again, just issues I don't have. There's a lot of Amazing Spider Man I don't have, but I'm trying like the 260 280 around that. I think from about 250 to 300 I'm trying to collect like most of them. I think that was a pretty solid run. Actually, Spider Man has always been pretty solid. Um, but yeah, you know, can't collect everything, or I can't. Again, Avengers Prime, just an issue that I missed. Um, oh, and this one was I like Maxima. Superman kissing her. That hand could be like more grabbing, because the other one is really grabbing, but that one is like lingering. I like this. It's Hitch as well, Brian Hitch. You know, it's not to like. Not the best cover, but I like Maxima, and I want this in an auction as well. The Punisher, the miniseries. I think I have 3 issues now. I just buy them, you know, whenever they're on my comic shop, like almost like every week. But they're so expensive. This one was cheapish. Did I pay $4 or $5, something like that? This is a legendary series. I remember I bought it, collected when I was a kid in Greece, in Greek. Didn't understand a word, you know. Even the alphabet is different, so um, I don't speak Greek. Um, my sister was married to a Greek guy. So I speak a few words, but I can't really say that much. I had a Greek girlfriend at a time. Um, yeah, she was trying to teach me Greek. Um, anyway, um, um, going 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 down uh, memory lane. Sorry, but I read this, the pictures only, and I loved it. I think I did. I throw it out. It's an amazing. I haven't read it in English, ever, but the pictures, like the story, was so good. Mike Seck, a master, definitely. Oh yes, and then I was trying to collect the whole Death of Superman story arc, and I missed a few. I was trying to read them, and they're not the best. I like this cover though. Cyborg Superman. I like it. I liked him, and that's the mullet Superman. I like him as well. There you go. All right, I saved a few. Oh yeah, now I remember why I bought this. This Thor 303 is the first Rick Leonardi printed artwork. Rick Leonardi is an artist from the 80s and 90s from Marvel. He's still around. Um, but I like to get, try to get the good ones first artwork. Um, yeah, and this is Rick Leonardi's. It wasn't that cheap though. Did I pay $10 for this? Too much. But it was, most of them are from my comic shop. So that was it. There was a bunch of Batman, New Mutants, and something else, but I'll save that for another day. Did I get something else? No, I think that's it. All right. Um, yeah, I'm just gonna keep on trucking. I have a few weeks, 1 week left on work, 2 weeks left, and then I have vacation where I'm gonna do the fence for the bisons, because it's half done, um, and I'm gonna build a little bit more here. I'm sort of running out of money to build for, so next week there's some guys coming over to do the old house. What the hell is that called in English? Hang on a second. I'll just Google it. Um, oh Jesus! Really? Now, now it wants me to do a lot of. Oh, it's called. Sorry for that intermission there. It's called half timbering. It's a it's a very it's a very common way to build houses in Denmark. Or it used to be, This house is from, well, some of the woodwork is from 1709, but I think the house was built in around 18, and then it was moved. Maybe 18, yeah, about 1800, and then it was moved here at 1860. But for the past 30 years, it's just been left here. Sorry for the weather and the wind and the rats and the mice to have their fun with it. So it's been mistreated really bad. Yeah. So I have to get all new woodwork or half timbering in the house. Um, and there are some guys coming over and do that, and then I'm out of money. Yeah, that's how it goes. I have to do some more work then. No, I have to do a lot of building myself then. But I finish my job the beginning of July, and then I have a few weeks, and then I have one more week of work or something like that, and then I'm done. Then it's on to the next project. Um, yeah. So I don't really have too much time to. I haven't really bought any comic books for the past month. It's just been I've been way too busy. Yeah, just up at the dawn of crack of dawn, and then all through the day. Someday I get to relax. No, I like it. I like being busy. I like having stuff to do, so I don't mind. I don't have time to read comic books. I'm reading. Where's my book? I'm reading a Russian guy, The Master and Margarita. Um, Margarita and the Master. I don't know the in English. It's I can't remember the author. Can't remember anything right now. It's really good though. I'm really enjoying it. I think reading the Russian authors. I remember I read Crime and Punishment was when I was 30, 35 maybe. Um, I think you need to be 40 plus. You need to have lived your life before you start reading the Russians to appreciate and understand them. Because it's a totally different way of approaching life and writing. Um, so, yeah. Anyway, for me, it was really, really, it was great to, Michael something, to read The Master and Margarita, or Margarita and the Master, now, because there's a lot of literary references and a lot of historic references, and it's just, a way of life and a way of viewing life that I didn't understand when I was younger. Let's see if the horses are still there. They are. They're happy. But I understand it now because I'm old. I'm almost 50. I'm going to be 50 in a few weeks. Um, yeah, it's just, I was talking to a friend about it. He has a bookstore, and he was like, yeah, he started reading Dostoevsky when he read it when he was in his 20. He read them all, and he said he reread like a few of them in the past years, and now they made sense. Back then you just read them, and it was really cool because you read Dostoevsky, and you were one of the cool kids. Um, I wasn't too impressed with Crime and Punishment, but I think I would be more impressed now, because I think I would understand it. I would appreciate it differently. It's not that I didn't understand it. There are a lot of layers in it, of course, but it's hard to explain. It's when you get older, I guess if you're a person who thinks a lot and follow life, and if you're a person who's been through shit, I guess we all been through shit, right? Because that's just life. Um, but anyway, if you think a lot and if you question life, I guess that's the word I was looking for. If you question life a lot, you question the meaning of life and all that. The Russians have a beautiful take on that. Maybe you're not allowed to read Russians right now, but fuck you. I'll read whatever I want. This Dostoevsky and this guy, I can't remember his name. Um, you know what? I'll freaking Google it. Mikhail Bulgakov. Yeah, maybe I'm not pronouncing that right. Um, but they're yeah, it's just that A lot of people don't like getting older. I'm not like in a great shape or anything, but I'm fine. I'm not overweight. I do a lot of physical work every day, but I can still feel that I'm getting older. It's just in some ways I'm stronger, but my body won't like do the things it used to do, or not in the same tempo anyway. But I don't mind that. It's it is what it is. You get older. What comes with age is, for me anyway. I guess it's different, and maybe I'm lying to myself. I don't know. No, I don't think so. I think wisdom comes. Because I've been through stuff. I'm a lot calmer now, and I like that about myself. I'm not as aggressive as I was when I was younger. Um, this thing that I'm working on now, the director is sometimes he's a bit he's a nice guy, but sometimes he's being a bit of a, I think he's being a bit of a pain. And when I was younger, I would have been way more aggressive in handling that. But now I just, sometimes I write the email, the snappy comeback, and then I just read it and I just go, fuck it, no, I just delete it and move on. And a few times he's come back, a few hours later, going, shit, I'm sorry, that was immature. I go, you just you're just being the bigger person, and it's hard to be the bigger person. It really is, but it's good. Uh, it's not that just not that it feels good, but it is. It's better. There's not resentment and jealousy and lies and all that crap. It's just there's a calmness to it. And I think there's a calmness to getting older as well. It's not like I don't give a fuck, because I do, but not in the same way anymore. Politics as well. I used to go to this when I was younger. I went to a normal school first, and then I went to a socialist communist school. Marxist Lenin or Lenin Marxist. I can't remember. There's a different, and I can't remember which is what, because I didn't pay attention. But I was leaning toward the left. Let's just say that heavily. Um, yeah, ideologies are like religion. Politics is like religion. Uh, it's all just a way of trying to make you do and say and think what they want you to do and say and think. So you have to question everything. You really do, and you have to make up your own mind about the world. I'm I'm left leaning on some things, and I'm right leaning on other things. And there's no political party that reflects me. Um, and to be quite honest, I know in the US maybe it's a bit different, but here it doesn't really matter who's in power. The poor are still poor. They're not going to change the world. No, but nobody's going to revolutionize anything. And when they do, it's always bloody, and it always ends up with one guy going crazy. I used to tell my kids about we used to talk around the dinner table when they were all living at home, and we used to talk about dictators. 'Cause they fascinate me, sort of like cults. It's just you know the ego on those men. And it's not a man thing to have an ego. You know, women can have egos as well, and women can be cruel as well. We used to think like in Denmark there was like this notion that if we just got a female prime minister, happy days would ensue. But we've had two now, and it's the same. You know, it's just people in power, whether it's a man or a woman, doesn't really matter. They're all trying to force their agendas through their worldviews. Um, it's funny because in Danish it's when you vote it's called that you give your voice to someone. Um, um, and I think I voted in all elections, but like a few years ago, I think it was at the last election, I was like, I voted in that one, and then a few months later, I was like, why? Why do I give my voice to some? There's no one in the Danish parliament that wants what I want. Nobody. None of them are going to change the world. None of them is going to make it better for the poor. I grew up lower middle class. I've been pretty poor in my life. You know, I lived on the street. Um, Politicians don't really care. And we have this great social system in Denmark, which is supposed to, you know, carry the weak. Yeah. The system works if you surrender yourself to it. And it works fine then. We have like basic rights, but it works best if you surrender yourself to it. And I'm not a surrendering guy, so it doesn't work for me. You know, one time I needed help from the system, and they were like, roll over and play dead, and I was like, I'm not going to do that, you know. And they were like, then we're not going to help you. And then I was like, yeah, okay, fuck you then, I'll help myself. Um, yeah, in some ways it's a great system, in other ways it doesn't work at all. Because the rich people understand the system, and they have friends, and they have money, and they have lawyers that can hire, and they play the system. The poor people get pushed around by the system. And we can't really afford the system, so we have to save money. So all the social workers are told the more people you can show the door, the better. My ex-wife's daughter um, is a social worker, or she's studying to be a teacher now, but it's a horrible thing, you know, because it's also like the system is always built. I have two kids who are autistic. My daughter is like, she's smart. She's not Rain Man or anything, but she's yeah. I don't know if she's ever gonna move away from home. Maybe she is, but it's gonna be like in a protected thing. Breaks my heart, but yeah. Anyway, um, yeah, she's 18 now, and she wants to go and study at university. She wants to study. She's very smart. Um, Biochemistry, something like that. And we went and visited different universities, and she really liked one that's a bit far away. Um, so she found a place. 'Cause she's very that way. She's very like, she's very clever. She's like way smarter than I am. Um, and she found like a place where she could live, like a house sort of where there's persons, not 24 hours because she doesn't need that, but they train you to like one day maybe move into your own apartment, right? And you can live there while you study. That's like the point of it. You know, you study and you live there while you study. Um, but of course, it's very expensive. and I don't make that kind of money. Um, but you can get you're not supposed to pay on yourself. Nobody pays. The government pays. But then you need sort of you need to meet all these qualifications. So I went down and I talked to a social worker and I said, this is the case. I've been taking care of my daughter myself my entire life, from she was 2 years old, and I've compensated a lot for her autism. I just never really noticed because it's just something you do, and but I never went to the government and said I need help because again I'm not that person, and they went down and I said she's really smart, she wants to go to the university, she wants to study this, but I think we need this, and they went, well, you never had help before, so you can't get help now. And I was like, that doesn't make sense. Like, I saved the government like millions, millions, hundreds of thousands of dollars because I didn't get any help. And now I need help. And now you're saying, well, you didn't get any help before, so you can't get help now. That's what I mean by, you need to roll over, you need to surrender yourself to the government. And you need to be like their, yeah, you need to be their bitch. And then they'll help you. But they only help you if you stay their bitch. If you want to make it on your own, they're like, fuck you, make it on your own then. So I don't know what I'm going to do. We'll try different things. Yeah, it's going to work out, I'm sure. I'm positive that way. Um, yeah. Um, I have to sell my comic book collection, and then she can. As you know, I don't care. When you have kids, that's the most important thing, right? They're safe. They're happy. My son has just got a job as a computer thingy, um, or he's it's training to be. It's a training job, but I'm really happy for him and proud of him, as well. And my other son is going to Mexico for a year. He was supposed to go to Japan, but because of the pandemic, they shut down again. Um, so the thing he's going with said that we could wait till next year, but then he would have been waiting for 3 years. So we were like, that's not happening. And he said he only wanted to go to Japan, and I had a talk with him, and I said, it doesn't really matter where you go. It's the going away. It's the experience of a different culture. And he was like, oh, right, where can I go? And you can go to the US. And he was like, yeah, all my friends are going to the US. I don't want to do that. I go, all right, cool. Germany. He's like, yeah, no. Okay, Argentina or Mexico. And he was like, okay. And we talked to the bureau about both of the countries. And, she was really trying to sell Argentina. And I would definitely have gone to Argentina. I've been there once. It's a beautiful country. Really nice mood. And he was like, and she said, oh, everybody's going to Argentina. Nobody's going to Mexico. And he went, then, hey, I'm going to Mexico. I'm going to be that nobody. And my ex-wife was like, she's, Mexico, isn't that dangerous? And the bureau was like, no, where he's going, it's fine. We'll look after him. We wouldn't send him if it was dangerous. And I believe that. But, I still Googled it. I still got scared shitless, He's 16 years old. He's very, he's very clever, and he's very, very worldly, and he's a very good kid. And, he drinks a bit, but, he's 16. He doesn't do stupid shit. Doesn't do drugs. Doesn't drink every weekend. He had some friends over yesterday, and they were playing Warhammer and watching a movie. I think that's marvelous. That's just, and they didn't sleep. He slept for 3 hours. I was supposed to go and see him today, but he just texted me, I'm too tired, Dad. And I was like, yeah, I'll come by another day. I remember being 16. Um, so, yeah, my youngest one, he's a year old. He can say Dad. He says Dada. Um, yeah, he's a good kid too. But he's tiny. But it's good crack having him over. And his mom is doing an amazing job with him. So yeah. All right, I've just been rambling about life and Russian literature and Thor 303, first Rick Leonardi marble art. I think it's the first printed art, actually. Maybe he did something else. I can't remember. I think he did a small fan sign, because they all did that in the 80s, right? That was really big. I think I have that somewhere. Comic books are everywhere. They're here in the building, and they're in the trailer outside. Um, yeah, it's almost 9 o'clock now. I've been talking for too long. Sorry about that. Anyway, I'm gonna talk about the other books next time. And there's something wrong with my camera. It's really fuzzy. No, it's oil from yesterday from the machine. Yeah. My finger isn't hurt that bad. It's just, I think it's just, it got squeezed, and now it won't work. That's okay. um, Maybe it's just a little bit swollen, I think. Anyway, all right. Thanks to all you guys out there. Thanks for listening. Yeah, take care of each other. Cheers. Bye.